Niagara Falls is one of the most beautiful spectacles you'll ever see with your life, created by God.
Yeah.
Just a beautiful waterfall. Well, there's the American waterfall. It looks you know when you have like two twins and one of them is slightly deformed?
Missing a leg.
The drooling twin. Hey everybody, welcome to a new episode of the Good Night Podcast. My name is Amer.
What's up, everybody? I'm Gabriel.
And we are recording live. Where are we recording live from today, Gabe?
Jeremy's Cafe.
Jeremy's Cafe, called...
I don't know if he wants that information out there.
It's called Depaner Cafe. It's pretty
It's
good.
owned by Jeremy.
It's owned by our friend Jeremy. He used to be a comedian.
Yeah.
And he found his voice
I know.
running a very cool cafe. This is inside. You go in, you're like, oh, this is
is
like Montreal used to be when it was cool.
This is amazing. I love this vibe.
Yeah, it's such a cool little vibe. There's music playing inside.
I want to be a cafe.
You want to be a cafe. That's so funny. If you were a cafe, it's a good segment. If you were a cafe, Gabriel Omassi, what type of cafe would you be?
It would be like vintage 90s with remember like the old nickels back in the day?
Oh,
like that.
It would be like a green, what do you call it? It wouldn't be a cafe, it would be a... I feel I'm talking to you and you have like behind my back.
I know. How am I behind you?
Am I fat? It would be, what do you call it? A diner.
Diner, yeah.
You'd be a diner? Yeah, I could see a diner. Because you're Greek too. You're diners.
You know, then there's this nice
Whoa,
lady.
it's that JFK guy. Does he look like JFK? I don't know how much of you guys will be... We're recording outside in front of...
RFK. That was like a sexy RFK.
Yeah, like a sexy RFK.
Like a 20 years younger RFK.
RFK is very sexy.
Yeah, but you see pictures of now videos. I don't know if it's the left-wing media making him look disgusting, but I used to think he was like a hottie patati, and now he's all like...
Yeah, but he's hot at the same time. It's a mix of both.
Yeah. He's ripped. He's got ripped jeans.
Whoa.
Well, this is cool.
So I have to remember that since we're recording outside...
My finger's stuck.
Your fingers are stuck.
There you go.
So, Gabe, you just came back from one of the coolest adventures ever.
Oh, I didn't think I was going to enjoy Alberta as much as I did. I think Alberta, just for the nature. I don't know. I was in the city for like 4 hours. I don't know anything about the city. Nothing about the city. All I know is about the nature. There's so much nature out there. And I didn't know exactly where I was going. I don't know anything about Alberta. Mm-hmm. I didn't research anything. But Claire did all the booking. She's like, listen, it's fine. We're going to go. You're going to enjoy
I was about to ask, how do you manage to schedule so many vacations in a year? I'm like, he doesn't do it.
Oh man, though. So we land. So I'm on the airplane, and I open my the little window on the airplane, and I just see a row of thousands of mountains, and I'm like, are we going there?
Yeah.
She's like, yeah. I'm like, I've never seen mountains before, like actual mountains.
Oh really?
I've been through the Laurentians.
Yeah.
It's like 4 hills, and 10
Montreal.
crackheads.
It's a speed bump.
And then Mont Tremblant, which is like. Yeah, it's not really. It's more of like
you don't see like the clouds. I like when the mountain top is in the clouds.
Oh, so I'm like, we're driving. Like the first mountain we see, I'm like, we gotta pull over, and we go. And it's at the time I thought this was the biggest mountain in Alberta. It was a bitch mountain. Small mountain. I'm flying for like half an hour. Claire's like, we gotta go. We're spending too much time on the first mountain.
I was driving in the mountains. Must have been so fun.
So first we end up in a little town called Canmore. It's like a kind of like a resorty town. A lot of restaurants.
Wait, what's the capital of Alberta?
I don't know.
Calgary? Calgary, yeah. So you land in Calgary?
Yeah, for like a second. Oh, first of all, I forget. Everyone there's English.
Okay.
So I have superpowers.
Oh, you finally can blossom.
Oh.
Your English wings, you can spread them.
I'm acting like such an because I could. I'm like, they understand me. So okay, so I go to the McDonald's. I want to get a coffee. Or no, Claire wanted a tea. The guy behind the counter
was Donald Trump. Huh?
Shook his hand.
Shook his hand. Thank you for taking a bullet for us, Mr. President. You call him Mr. President. You kiss his hand ooh, so soft. It's the hands of a man who never did manual labor because he's so smart.
So the guy behind the thing, he was 15 years old.
Yeah.
Such a kid. He puts the tea bag in the thing and he puts water in it. The whole thing spills all over. Then there's no joke, he pours milk over the overflow tea. It spills even more. And then he looks at it, he goes to his manager and says, I'm going to take a break.
Seriously?
He leaves. And then I'm sitting there. I'm like, me and Claire were looking, what the hell's going on? And I'm like, hey, I'm English. I can just talk to these people and tell them exactly what happened without
I can
them.
express my anger and frustration.
So I said, you see the guy that just left? He's like, yeah. He's like, he went on a break, but he came and he spilled the thing and left it, and he left it.
Yeah.
So I got him in trouble.
Nice.
And then I got my tea.
Get this 15-year-old fired.
I got him in trouble. I can be a Karen finally.
Finally. You can finally be a Karen. Because you can't be a Geneviève here. You don't possess the linguistic skills.
And people apologize. Oh, it was the best.
Yeah.
We took a taxi. This is what the taxi driver said.
Wait, what type of taxi? Was he like my people or was he
white?
No.
Whitest man on the planet. He was like...
That was like Derek or something?
Yeah, 100%.
Whoa.
Kevin, maybe.
Kevin?
Even Ryan.
What? Get out of here.
I was like...
Now you're just making things up.
No, this is crazy.
Whoa. Hey, Jeremy, say hello. Guys, this is Jeremy, the owner of Dépanneur Café, graciously welcoming us. So, Jeremy,
oh, it's a pumpkin.
Oh, it's a pumpkin.
Ooh,
mine is a
looks
heart.
like a pumpkin.
So, Jeremy, what are we drinking? Tell the people.
These are cafe latte. Cafe latte.
Available here at Dépanneur Café. Yeah. Thank you very much, Jeremy. All right. Ooh, hey.
Oh, cheers.
L'chaim, buddy.
L'chaim. So, like, let me drink some of this.
So smooth.
I love a latte.
Oh.
So I say, it's good morning, huh? Or I say good morning, and he's like, yes, it's the greatest morning. It's sunny. It's sunny. The sun is in the sky. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. It's a nice. Everyone's smiling. What a wonderful day.
Is he writing a Beatles song?
I was like,
the birds are chirping. He just got laid, probably. His wife finally gave him some.
Pictures of his little children on the dash. I was like, oh, those are beautiful kids. He's like, God's smiling on their faces. The end.
Wow.
Anyway, so but then I grab my, I get a car. I rent 2024 Buick SUV.
Yeah, they're pretty cute.
Oh,
they're cute looking. I'm happy Buick is back.
Beautiful car. It has all the cameras.
It looks like a Tesla, but if Tesla was American.
Gas.
It was gas?
Yeah, gas car. Anyway, so we drive. Banff isn't that far. First of all, it's like maybe an hour and a half from Calgary. Very, very close.
It's like beautiful roads and stuff.
It's pretty good because you're in the mountains but only for a bit, right? Okay. So you're in Banff and it's like amazing. There's a big mountain and stuff, and like there's mountains all around you. And you wake up. My hostel room opens up to like this most insane view of this giant mountain with snow on the top. And then you leave, and every morning you wake up and you're like, oh my God, you're surrounded by mountains. And like I go outside and walk down the road. There's like elk just like hanging out, and everyone's like, don't go near the elk. And I'm like, Claire, get your camera. I need the footage. So I run up to the elk, and I'm doing the Macarena by the elk. I'm doing the moonwalk by the elk. Oh.
Moonwalk by the elk.
All my fear goes away whenever there's a camera. If there's no camera, I'd be like terrified. Get away from me. It's going to kick me in the head, give me fleas.
That's how he feels about immigrants too, by the way. That's why we only record. This friendship is only based on the cameras being on. Our comedy empire is based on the cameras being
hilarious.
On. Dude, that's so nice. Oh my God, I saw the videos. Yeah. It looked like you were on another planet. It looks so cool. I can't believe we have that in Canada. I need to go there now.
That's the thing. I want to go there. This my whole dream right now is like, but it's impossible. I was looking up like how much it is to rent out in Banff. It's like you need to be like a bajillionaire. You need to be
like how much is it to rent?
Like just for 4 hours away from Banff. We were in a little town called Jasper. I'll get into that.
Yeah, Jasper. Yeah, I've heard that word before. Yeah.
And it's like to get a condo is like $500,000. And it's just little and that's like Montreal prices for like
but the thing is, whoever lives there, like first of all, I don't think they stay. You probably can Airbnb whenever you want.
You're not. It's so hard to buy a place there. You need to work at a place in there for 1 year before you're even allowed to buy a place.
Wow, they really like protect.
Yeah, really
that's
protective.
That's good.
So
hotels, I guess you can stay at a hotel.
Yeah, I guess so. Or I'm not even sure. There's
you can't rent a house or like a townhouse.
You could. So all the things that are built, all the property that have like houses and things like that, were up to I forgot when it was, but Canada made that land protected land, so you're not allowed building anymore on other land. So all the land that is already zoned for building is already like that's the houses.
That makes me so happy. You know why? Because have you ever been to Niagara Falls?
No.
Niagara Falls is one of the most beautiful spectacles you'll ever see with your life, created by God. Just a beautiful waterfall. Well, there's the American waterfall. It looks But it looks like a Canadian. You know when you have like two twins and one of them is slightly deformed? That's the Canadian
it's like
Niagara
the evil
Falls.
twin.
Yeah.
Or the,
No,
not even evil.
Just
Missing a
the
leg.
drooling, the drooling twin, the drooling twin. So, anyways, the Canadian Niagara Falls is amazing. It's like that awe feeling you had when you saw the mountains.
Yeah.
That's what
Is
you
it
see.
that good?
However, it's surrounded by the tackiest, cheapest
that's horrible.
hotels and casinos, and those casinos for children where you get tickets. So it's
with
just
the claw.
exactly. It's like a bad Vegas next to the most beautiful, natural thing that you could ever see. So I'm happy they're protecting that in Jasper.
So that's Jasper, but Banff is also similar, but it's bigger. It's a lot bigger and more touristic because whatever is bought there is like pretty like there's like this really cool like trendy burger bar with all these like beers, and everyone goes there, and it's like whatever, it's $25 burgers, but it's Alberta beef. It's really, really good. I'm like, damn, this is a good ass burger. And there's a few bars. There's like a keg there too. There's a McDonald's.
Okay, so the corporations are
they
putting
like
nails,
but it isn't that bad. So, but it's like,
but you still have the mountains. You could just look at the mountain and forget everything. There's no big sign on the mountain that says Five Guys arrow downstairs or whatever. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's still nature. That's so beautiful.
We want to do, like, the big thing to do is to get on the gondola, get to the top of the mountain. But we want to do a hike, but we don't have that many days in Banff because we're going to go to Jasper. We're going to spend more time in Jasper. So we're like, oh, man. Oh, noise. So we're like, oh, what do we do? Like, oh, let's hike up where the gondola is to the top of the mountain. We go, but then we're like, okay, let's see if we can, like, take the gondola down after because it's, like, expensive. We thought it was, like, going to be $50 to take the gondola. It's, like, $200 to take it to the top. We're like, fuck that.
We're hiking.
We went to like some like local bar. We're like asking around, like, how do we get up there for free?
Yeah.
And so we asked around, and they said, like, if you go from the back side of the mountain.
Wait, what did the guy look like? Was he like with eye patch, going like, you don't want to do that?
No, we go to a Canada Parks guy. Nicest guy. He looks like SpongeBob.
So it wasn't kind of illegal. It was just.
No, it's not illegal. It's just like if you're like down to do it, if you're not. So we do it, and it's like he said spectacular views, amazing hike. We go. Usually a hike is like this: you go up, you go down, you go left, you go right, you go
and you get there.
Yeah, and it's like nice. It's you're not. This was uphill the whole way, just one way the whole way up. I'm like, this is the worst hike ever, and it was. I think it was like 3.5 hours, and we went up like 2,000 meters, just straight up. Just going up, and the views were amazing. I don't know if you saw the video of me like running up a hill with the side of a mountain or whatever.
Blown away, dude. Blown away.
It was hard. And then you take the gondola down. Apparently, you can actually. I thought it was like half price, right? So when you get it, because you're only allowed doing the half price ticket if you get it from the top to the bottom.
Yeah.
So we get a $90 ticket. We're like, woohoo! We beat the system. They didn't even check our tickets. We could have done it for free.
You could have.
We could have done it for free.
You know what their theory is? That the tickets are so expensive that the people who would want to do this, they have the money. You know what I mean? There's no poor people going, ooh, let me climb. And, you know what I mean? Poor people are like, oh, let me go to McDonald's or whatever.
Yeah, I know.
They won't even go there. So expensive. That's so cool. Oh, my God. Please post photos.
Yeah, it's going to have all these videos. Speaking of poor people, that night, we go to this bar. We go to a few bars. We're bouncing around, talking to locals.
Oh, you met locals?
Oh, maybe not. I don't know if they're locals. They're
Canadians.
People that speak Canadians.
Yeah.
Canadians. Like,
tell me about the Canadians of Canada.
So I spoke to this native dude, right?
Yeah.
And he had like a skateboard and
a
teepee hat or whatever, and a pee-pee and
he had a pee-pee?
He had a teepee.
Did he do pee-pee in the teepee?
I don't know.
Whoa.
Yeah, and we were hanging out. He's like 26 or whatever, and he's like, it's a cool dude. We're hanging at the bar.
What's his name?
Sergey. Shout out to Sergey.
Sergey. And he's native?
Yeah. He lives on
Sergey is a Ukrainian Russian name. Sergey.
Yeah, I don't know. He says
was it like Sergey Leaf Blower? No, that's not. TP Leaf? No.
Leaf Blower, that's really good. Sergey
the only thing I'm thinking is like Marlboro Light.
Yellowknife.
Yeah, Sergey Yellowknife. All right, that's
all
right. This will get us canceled. All right, we're losing people watching us.
No.
Their eyes are switching. I could tell the people looking at us going, "Oy,
oh, it's so funny." So we're hanging out with Sergey. No one at the bar wants to talk to him because he looks like a little, like, kind of like all he's talking about is like, I'm here in Banff. I'm gonna get wasted. I'm gonna party, you know, and all the and it's also Thanksgiving, so everyone that's at the bar is like, I don't want to be here. I want to be with my family,
or I don't have a family,
or I don't have a family. So I'm like, I make the initiative to talk to Sergey. I'm like, hey man, what's up, dude? And I
love that about you.
He immediately is like my best friend. Like he immediately like starts talking to us. Like we're like hanging out, and then I'm like, listen, man, you're from Banff. He says he comes to Banff like a few times a year. He doesn't live that far. He just like spends time. He was like telling me about like powwows. You know what a powwow is?
It's like a party.
That's what I said. Is it like a party? He's like, it's not just a party. It's like, think of like an arena of people.
Yeah.
Some of them are like 10,000, 15,000 people in the stands, and it's like a native dance-off between two tribes.
It's a dance-off.
It's a dance, and it's like
the Olympics.
There's also like music, and there's also like, but it's all a contest, right?
Oh, it's
and
a contest.
There's judges and stuff.
It's like a fair. No.
It's like think of like a basketball game. You know? It's
but
like,
with dancing.
Yeah,
it's like a dance-off.
It's like different things. There's different categories. There's like there's a singing category. There's a dancing category. There's like a some sort of food category.
Okay.
It's weird. It's like there's barbecue. And
but it's a competition between two
and people
groups.
go whoa. They're voting for the group. They're screaming, going crazy. He's telling me about this. I was like, whoa, that's crazy. And he's like, yeah. He's like, that's what I want to do.
We should go. We should go to a powwow.
I didn't even know they existed. I was like, what is that?
I just found out right now. I've heard the expression powwow. I thought it was just a party.
That's what I said. I'm like, is it some kind of
for
party?
natives, yeah.
And he's like, is it a party? And then
it must be also a party. It's a party plus all that.
Yeah,
thing.
But it's not like a party in the sense where let's go get wasted. It's a very like traditional thing.
I mean, pretty sure.
Well, that's like.
I mean, what's no
secretly, you know? I
yeah.
don't know.
No, I mean, if you're gonna go dance, you gotta drink a little, smoke a
I
little.
think it's like
serious. Can be serious.
No, think about this. Like alcohol wasn't introduced to the natives until like the Europeans, right? So why would they introduce that into their customs?
But it's no. But for me, having fun has nothing to do with booze.
I don't know if it's fun. It's not like fun in like the who we're dancing. It's like they're very serious about their fun, you know? not about the fun.
I know you want me. You know I want. Can you add a hiya? I know you want me.
Hey, how are ya?
You know I want you. All right. Oh God, this is gonna be terrible. This is the podcast that gets
that's funny.
that gets our channel removed.
No way. This is the least of our movies.
Sergey, come on, we should invite Sergey just to like he could give it the sum up.
So I'm like,
okay, so he tells you about the powwow,
and then like I'm listening to stories, we're captivated by his stories, right?
Yeah.
And then he's like, hey, you know what else? I ask him like, is there any cool places in Banff that aren't like $40 everything? He's like, dude, here, come follow me. I know a really cool bar.
Whoa.
So he brings me to this bar. It's all locals, right? It's like in a closed shopping mall in Banff. And we go, and it's like getting funkier and funkier. Like it was like first see like the Patagonia shop, the Gucci shop. Then it starts going like Nike. Then it goes like Adidas, and then it goes like Reebok, and then it goes like pennies.
Fila, Zellers. Why is there Zellers?
And then it's like weird like
winners
stores, and it's like
losers.
Loser. And then this bar. It's called I was calling it. I forgot what it's called, but the whole night I was calling it the Pump and Dump.
Okay.
And he thought it was the funniest thing on the planet. He's like, the Pump and Dump. Oh my God. I think it's called like Stump and Pump or something. The Pub Stumpers. And I'm like, oh yeah, we're going to the Pump and Dump. And it's like this weird bar. All the bars, all the beers, all the cocktails, everything there was $4.
Oh.
The cheapest bar I've ever seen in my entire life. And it's the coolest bar that he was really obsessed with the jukebox.
If I have a question, when you say cool, because I've seen what you consider like a cool bar, I'm like, I would never set foot in there.
I think you would like it because it's filled with all young people. There's like a little dance floor. There's like 2 pool tables. It has like everything all the locals would like, you know? So it's everybody like dancing. The music is fun. It's all the music you would like, you know?
Okay, all right.
But I don't know if you'd like it. But I thought it ruled. And everyone there was
so if I ever go to there, I should go to Pump and Dump. I look for Sergey at Pump and Dump.
I don't know.
Maybe he wasn't real. Maybe he was just like apparition. Exactly. And then he disappeared.
Coyote. It was like a spirit quest.
Yeah.
We had a blast. Oh, I filmed all this way. So like
So you, Sergey, and Claire.
Yeah, and we were just partying.
Yeah,
having fun, dancing, playing pool. Everyone was like having a blast.
Yeah? And you stayed at a hostel.
Stayed at a hostel.
Wow.
This hostel was really cool because it was in a. because it's not really cool. It's like a YWCA. It's like a like youth women's.
Yeah, and it was just you. Like, hey, ladies, hi.
It was
You transitioned just for a good price.
Well, I knew
Claire is like, I found a great hostel. However, Gabe, you need to identify as a her.
Well, I'm halfway there. Yeah, but hungover the next day. Oh, the worst. There's little kids in the kitchen. I'm trying to make my toast. They're like screaming. I'm like, oh, I hate kids. And then we go to Lake Louise. Oh, beautiful.
Lake Louise. I heard that.
You never heard of that?
I heard that before.
I have pictures of it actually. I should show you pictures right now. Hold on. I might have.
Dude, that sounds so cool. Seems like it was a month trip.
Yeah, we did so much.
Did Claire enjoy Canada?
I think this is Lake Louise. Is that Lake Louise?
This is insane. That's a good reaction. Gabe just showed me a him.
Yeah, that's Lake Louise.
Like this. Oh my God! Look at the background, dude.
I'm pretty sure. No. That's not Lake Louise.
That's another lake.
That's the shitty lake. Remember I was talking the mountain?
Yes, that's the mountain.
That's the mountain.
Get out of here.
Lake Shitty. Oh yeah, this is the
Lake
pump
Shitty
and dump.
Mountain.
Here's Lake Louise.
Whoa.
That's way cool.
Holy macaroni! Is that Sergey taking the photo?
No. We gave Sergey a phone number or passports. We never got back. He's texting us next day.
Oh shit! I like the phone.
I'm like, never mind. We're not talking to you ever again. He followed us on Instagram. Whatever. I'm making 2 videos on Banff. One is how to get up the gondola for free, and one is about pump and dump. So he's gonna enjoy that. Anyway.
That's fantastic, dude.
Oh yeah.
So that was day what? Day
2.
Day 2. Okay.
Day 2.
That's day 2.
No, it's
You
day
just
2.
landed. You
Yeah.
met Sergey.
Yeah.
You went to that lake.
Yeah.
You climbed the mountain.
Oh yeah.
My God, you
And
guys.
Then I hungoverly hiked that day, and then we went to another bar that night. I think also no. Oh, whatever. I think yeah. Then this is basically the Banff isn't that exciting. Whatever. The third day, Banff, we go another hike. It's amazing.
What's cool in Banff? Usually people
just-
ski there, right?
Yeah, you could ski. You could for
Yeah.
sure ski. And the ski season is actually really good. It's not like the most insane. Like I think the best is like in BC, Whistler and shit. But it's really good.
Now, tell me, what did you notice thing about Canadians look like? Are they all like Joel Slavic, like super sweet,
Yes.
hardworking, kind,
Yes. Oh,
hot,
really kind.
muscled?
Yeah. Also, Banff is filled with like people from
tourists.
white immigrants.
Okay. Oh, white immigrants.
Because
Okay.
there's a lot of people from like Australia and the UK and stuff coming to like I don't know. They come here and everyone's like I don't speak. They're like I don't speak French, so I'll just go to Alberta, and then they get pushed out of Calgary
Okay.
deep into the mountains. I guess.
I heard there's people who go there just to like live in the mountains because they enjoy
It'd
it.
be too hard,
Yeah?
or be too expensive. I'd say, but yeah. And then whatever, we go to like a sick taco place next. Then,
Taco place.
Yeah. Oh, really good. In this like cool bar, everyone's like partying. It's everyone. This is what everyone does.
Yeah.
They hike nonstop. They're
Yeah.
just walking, doing like 40,000 steps and climbing mountains. Then night, everyone's just like drinking it all off. They're just like getting wasted and partying, and they do it all day, every day. That's the whole
So
thing.
it's a nature.
Yeah, nature and party.
Nature and party.
Also, like 4,000 million trillion Chinese people taking photos.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, the Chinese. Okay, so this is the biggest like immigrant population.
Yeah.
Or touristic, like non-whites is
And
Chinese.
a lot of Indians too. A lot of
Indians?
Bengalis.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
I ran
okay.
to a lot of spoke to a lot of like Indian people and stuff. Yeah.
Cool. They live there or tourists?
Tourists. All
Tourists.
Yeah.
They came from India.
Yeah. In China.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Imagine
Japan.
Dude, imagine the
A lot of
cultural
Malaysians.
shock.
Yeah.
Malaysian. Oh, they
Yeah.
have money. Malaysians have money.
Yeah. You
Wow.
know what I noticed? They were taking photos of like because they don't have empty lots in like anywhere in Japan,
Yeah.
right? Because it's all so built. So they would see a parking lot. They'd be like, "Oh my god, a parking lot!" And they'll take a photo of it.
That's hilarious. That's a reel right
It's
there.
a
Oh my god.
parking lot. They'd be
Whoa.
going crazy. So we would be
No
walking.
buildings in a 200 square meters. Photo.
Everybody getting.
Do they all have like
engaged.
really cool cameras?
Yeah, I don't know. All cameras look just gigantic. At this point, they're like
Okay, so they have because usually
Huge
like the
phones.
Japanese and the Chinese they
Yeah.
buy really
yeah,
fancy.
Yahweh, not
Asa-
Yahweh, Yahweh.
Yahweh is the name of the Jewish god, by the way.
Sergey's God. Oh, okay, yeah.
I think what you're saying is
Huawei,
Hyundai? No,
Hyundai,
no.
Toyota. I don't-
Yahweh is Jewish, the
Yeah.
Jewish god. You're not supposed to say its name.
What is it? It's
It's Huawei.
Huawei,
Huawei.
Wawa, Cafe Wawa.
I don't know. Okay.
don't know.
Anyways, so yeah, cool.
Jasper. Okay, Jasper. To me,
Mhm.
I need to go back. It calls me my
Jasper.
heart.
Okay,
my
so should we
heart.
do shows there?
It's so far. It's
Mhm.
like you fly for 6 hours and then you have to drive for like 6 hours. You're
Okay.
just like you're just going. but it's like you go so high up into the mountains, it's just snow immediately.
Whoa.
And then you're driving through canyons of glaciers. So you're just seeing, and you're just driving and drive. There's no lights. So I'm like, we'll only drive during the day because there's no light. There's no lights. There's no, kind of like, in Greece, there's no like rail to stop you from dying off the mountain.
Yes.
But you fall 40 feet into
and it
like
it would take them 6 years to find you because there's
we stop every like half an hour to see like here's like a waterfall. I'm like waterfall. It's like the most. It's like you see where the water carves through the glacier and you see.
Show me photos, man.
Oh yeah, I should show you.
I love these things. This Lake Louise is amazing, by the way. The watercolor. Did you drink some of that water?
I was so hungover. I put my whole face in it.
It must be cold too.
Oh, it was like it was glacial.
This is so cool.
I found this guy. It's pretty good.
Oh, is it Justin Trudeau?
Where is it? I think Claire took all the photos. Wait. Oh yeah. Wait. Was that it? Yeah, it's here. I'm trying to find it. It was like, man, I was too scared to take the other photo.
Canada is so beautiful, dude. How was it cold, by the way? Was it windy, cold?
It was like.
Whoa,
that was pretty cool. I don't even remember what that was.
Oh man,
from.
Please this is insane, dude. This is our country.
Yeah, I know it's unreal.
Isn't
There's
crazy?
way better photos. I need to.
No, but isn't this crazy?
Wow, it's
you can go live there now, tomorrow.
Oh yeah, this was a glacier we visited.
My God,
you can
it's as if you're in the Arctic.
I know. And then
why does your girlfriend look tan?
Oh, because we're in the sun all day, right?
Oh.
So our faces were burnt. We would go somewhere and get our face. This was like freezing. It was like -2. This is me by like a giant glacier mountain spinning in circles.
This is so cool.
So we're like driving. We're like, oh, this is amazing.
So
Stopping.
winter. You took a winter holiday. This is like a winter.
Yeah. At one point,
peak winter holiday.
At one point, it was so snowy that like we had to go so slow, and then cars were being flying off the road, and so we would see like cars with their airbags blowing out and stuff because it's so slippery and you're going down a mountain. And I'm like, I'm not going faster than
and
like
they
40.
didn't have winter tires, probably.
I guess not. Probably, I don't know. Maybe it would be tourists that didn't put their winter. I don't even think my car had winter tires, honestly, because like no one was. I didn't tell them I was going to snowy mountain.
No. Anyways,
yeah.
Yeah.
And then we're in Jasper. So this is really interesting. So Jasper this summer had a giant forest fire. One of the biggest ever in Canada. Giant forest. And it covered, I don't know how big, but part of the town of Jasper was burnt. So you were driving through all these dead trees, like thousands and thousands, like a whole forest.
Acres. I think that's the good time to use words like acres.
It's acreage
of forests burnt. Okay.
And it's like, then you go through the town, you see like where the booth was, where the national park thing was, where the guy with the hat being like, welcome to Jasper. That thing is like melted.
The bear that's supposed to say, don't do he's on fire.
Like melted.
Just melted.
And we're driving, and then we go through the town, and then you see like the old saloon is all like
burnt,
and then like the old like windmill.
You'll probably never see that again. A whole town burnt.
It was like
unless you burn the town.
Burn the town. Houses. Then there's like one house. We're like, how come that house is? It's like in between houses that are caught on fire. So the whole vacation, we're wondering why is that house not on fire? It's in the middle, and we asked somebody. They said, "Oh, they waterlogged it. They sprayed it with water, so it wouldn't. So when the fire hit it, it wouldn't catch fire as easy as the other house. So it stopped. It would be like a barrier.
Would you live? Imagine like you're the
your
only.
House is ruined.
Yeah, you're just so wet. So why did you? You know what I mean?
I don't think the owners were like, turn on the faucets.
No,
it was like the firemen that were like, let's do this house, because this house is done anyway.
What do you mean? Okay, I misunderstood then. So what do you mean the house? Why did the house survive?
Because they like sprayed it with like so much water, and they it's called waterlogging.
Waterlogging.
This is what.
So why didn't they waterlog the other houses?
Because they had one house. Maybe they did. I don't know. I saw a few houses.
Okay. So, but why would you waterlog a house if it's useless?
So let's say if the house is going like the fire is going like this, right? And then this is the house here.
Yes.
It's like, we can't go any further. But then the fire became so big anyway that the embers were like, you see an ember inside of like a fireplace. It goes like,
yeah.
The embers apparently were like this big. So from the fire, go whoosh, so it would go across the whole town and then catch fire anywhere else anyway. Because they were like,
that is hell.
Crazy. Apparently it was so big, it created its own weather system and it started turning into like a hurricane. It was like,
I haven't had breakfast or lunch. So right now when you see this, I'm like, oh, it would be great. Just put some chicken. Just put it like a grill and just put some chicken on that.
Chicken nuggets.
Burning fire.
So funny. And, well, not funny. It's horrible. But anyway, and then, but okay, so we landed out. We had like this, this hostel was like, was amazing.
So I'm happy you stayed at hostel. I'm happy you started doing hostels now.
Yeah.
This is so nice.
I've always done hostels, but
were you like? Did you get your own room or did you?
We got our own room.
Oh, you got your own.
We got our own room. We got our own room. And like, but the only I actually prefer these hostels with your own room.
Of course, yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah. But I meant to say like I prefer hostels over hotels because every hostel had a kitchen, a big kitchen, and it was kind of an empty. Because we're in between seasons, right? There's the summer season, then there's fire season, and now nobody's there. And then winter season is starting for skiing. It's really good skiing there. And I'm alone in this giant it's like, remember in The Shining, there's a big kitchen? It's like where they pull Jack into the freezer. Yeah. It's like that. I'm walking around. You hear like the lights open by themselves, and you're just by yourself cooking like dinner. Like, this is amazing. Oh, it was like, I was Jack Nicholson. She was Wendy. Oh.
Did you meet any cool people at the hostel?
Everybody was from, in this hostel specifically, everybody was from all over the world. Nobody spoke English. People were from...
Isn't that I love hostels. It was really interesting. I love hostels.
Yeah, everyone was really cool.
I'm so happy we have a show at a hostel every Tuesday, 8:30 p.m. And also, I love going to hostels.
Yeah, it was really...
Because it's way less... Hotels are so crazy expensive like these days.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So there's people from people from India and Malaysia and like France and like Denmark and Germany.
And the fact that you had your own room, it's perfect.
Beautiful. The room had the most insane view of the mountain. Like it was at first we're like, oh, it's a view, but we didn't realize there was a cloud in the way. It passed. It was like, we're like, whoa. We go on crazy hikes. We do this thing. The whole time I'm thinking I'm gonna see a bear because there's so many. I looked at how many bears in this area. I'm like, there's like a bear. There's like hundreds of bears. They counted them. They have them all. They're like, they're there. I'm
you could Google how many bears.
Yeah, there's so many.
So
bears.
Somebody must like counted the bears, went to Google and input it.
I guess so.
Or do the bears have to check in? Like Hawaii, how come? It's an odd number to find. Like if I type how many orangutans are in Montreal, how many do you think? How many orangutans?
Maybe like at the Olympic Stadium too.
Yeah, maybe. Wait, Olympic Stadium? Why are they in the Olympic Stadium?
Or the Biodome.
Biodome.
They're playing baseball.
Do you think?
Playing for the Expos.
There's a Cuban orangutan. That's damn okay.
And
wow,
then,
so cool. Did you see?
And I had bear spray.
You bought bear spray?
Well, I rented it. So I had it the whole time.
You can rent bear spray.
One hostel gave it to us for free, and we just give it back. And then one hostel was $5.
Wow.
Yeah. And it's like a big thing.
Yeah.
So like you have to take it out. I didn't see any bears.
Okay.
We saw like a bunch of deer, a bunch of elk, a bunch.
Did you try it? You're like,
dude, that would be. Put it in my burrito.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. And everyone's jokes is like, hope you don't see a bear. Haha, it's not going to work. I'm like, what?
Really?
This is what I read. Apparently bear spray is like...
Who runs faster, you or your wife?
Claire can run faster, but I can run longer.
But you can push her harder.
Maybe. She can kick me.
Yeah. Well, wait. She can kick you, but you're stronger.
Yeah.
So let's see here. Bear shows up.
I don't know.
Who would survive? Would bear just run? She won't protect you.
No.
It'll be your job to protect her.
So anytime
you kind of look like a bear, so he's gonna think like, that's his concubine or whatever.
Concubine.
and you have to go rah, and then he has to go rah.
And we have to fight it.
Did you cut your nails? Let's look. You didn't cut your nails, so maybe he'll think you're a bear.
You know what? I cut my nails 3 days before I left.
Okay.
And look how long they've become.
Dude, you are a werewolf.
That's insane. Anyway, fucking.
What would you do? Okay, bear.
Oh, bear.
You're in Jasper or wherever. You're walking. You're hiking. You want to get to the gondola. Suddenly, big bear. So you're with Claire.
So he
looks at Claire. He's like, she's a tree.
He looks at me.
He looks at you. He's like, that's a. I could bite into that booty.
Apparently, bears are really chill. Like, if you don't them, they kind of like just move.
Ever since the legalization of weed, they're like, by the way, that's the bear spray. It's just weed. Whoa, exactly.
Got to have kaya now.
Coming from Mount Zion.
Anytime there'd be a curve around the corner, I would slow down and like Claire go in front of me because I'm like, I'm not.
No, if you're in a car, I'm pretty sure he would.
No, walking on the trail. I mean.
Oh, okay.
Like it'd be like a mountain. I'd be like, there's a bear hanging right there. I bet.
Bear go boom. Imagine, he's not just a bear; he's a trickster bear.
Trickster. dude, there was these
And then
birds.
Sergey shows up. He's like, me protect Gabriel.
Hey. Oh, it's cute.
That's so funny.
And then we go. So we do a few hikes, few walks. Great.
So you'd hike every day. That would be like your
Yeah,
thing, just
yeah.
hiking.
Yeah. And then
Hiking, eating, drinking.
Yeah, pretty much.
Wow.
And then we.
That's the Canadian experience.
Oh, it was so fun.
And you look like you lost weight.
Oh yeah, you think?
You look leaner.
I gained 2 pounds.
Really?
For sure. Yeah.
Well, I mean, just poop.
So that one night we were at a bar. We met a pilot for Air Canada.
Whoa.
And we became best friends with this guy. This guy's from Montreal. He's such a prick, but he's such a good, fun dude.
They're very arrogant pilots. They think they're sent from God.
You know, like those guys that are like actually bilingual, where they're 100% Anglo and 100% like French. They're like the most arrogant. No.
Wait, I'm perfectly bilingual.
But he's from Quebec. He grew up, born and raised here. You know.
He's Quebecois.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he's like
his name like Guillaume. What's his name? Sergey.
Ben.
Ben.
He put my,
okay. Ben could be both.
Yeah.
Ben could be francophone.
Something Shaw.
He's Anglophone. Yeah. Okay.
But he had that accent where it's like, he speaks English very well. Like, wait a minute, he kind of sounds a little slow. Like you can tell, like there's something. But he's the whole time he's on like Laval, and I'm like, okay. He's so arrogant. He's like, I'll never set foot in Laval. Are you kidding me? Anytime I see someone in my plane, I'm like, this guy's from Laval. You can tell he's not wearing shoes, wearing sandals. I'm like, okay, like take it easy, man. But we had a good time. But then we're hugging, jumping around. This guy was cool.
Dancing.
He put his phone number in my phone.
Yeah.
He's like, we're gonna be best friends in Montreal. I'm like, cool. And he's like, tomorrow, text me. We're gonna go to this bar. Because his friend is getting married. His friend is one of the heads of like Parks Canada, and apparently the wife getting married is like a big like famous figure in Jasper that donate all this like money and shit. So
that would be a cool party to go to.
I know, but so. I text him the next day, no response. I got Sergey'd.
you got Sergey, dude. That's the price you pay.
He put
what goes around comes around.
Maybe, but he put his number in my phone.
How drunk was he? Were you guys drunk?
We were pretty blotto, yeah.
I have a theory that all those friendships that you make when you're drunk, they're just good.
It's like just in that moment.
You're having a one night stand of friendship.
Yeah.
That's it. It's a one night stand. Tonight we're best friends, and tomorrow,
never
listen. I ate your emotional today. I don't know if we should hang out again,
But I'm like, I need to follow up with this guy. He's a pilot. I'm going to sit in the cockpit. I'm going to toot the
sit on his
horn.
lap.
Out of the way, cloud.
You should message him again. Like, hey, I miss you. I'm pregnant. Hey, you should get tested.
And then we, and then we do more hikes or whatever. I'll put the pictures. There's like, it's hard to say, I did a hike without showing you a picture.
Please have them pop up throughout the story.
Dude, what else in Jasper?
Everywhere you looked looks like a postcard. Man, this is Canada.
There's like goats or
sheep.
sheep. I don't know what they are.
I think they're goats. Yeah, they have horns and stuff like that.
This is like a bar we went to.
Dude, this is
town.
Justin Trudeau.
So isn't that fun? But this is, I think, before that.
Yeah. But who's that guy?
So we were walking to the bathroom in this bar. Like, so anytime there was like all these like on a fridge you have pictures of your family or whatever.
Yeah.
Bars do that also, where they're like, this is our staff and this is our Halloween party. So it's all the past Halloween parties for the last like 30 years.
Yeah.
And it's like, you could tell it ends at 2015 because it's all after that is like blackface. The guy with like the hijab and the guy with the I am a Hezbollah man. Like it's all the guys with dynamite around them. 9/11. It's like all that. The most offensive costumes because they live in Jasper. It's so insular. There's no internet there since last year, since the fires. And we're talking to the bartenders, and they're like, I used to work there, and I work here. And then, like, I was listening to this other conversation. This guy was like, I lost my whole house. Now I have to work at this bar. Getting all this shit. I'm like, wow. And everyone had a crazy story about, like, losing everything or their friend losing everything.
Damn.
Crazy. And I was looking, how many people live? A lot of people, like 8,000 people live in Jasper. So it's like...
Small city.
Crazy small. It's, like, smaller than the Mile End. It's like...
Wow.
And then it's half of it is, like...
And it's big, right?
No, very small.
Okay.
I walked from one to the other in 10 minutes.
Wow. That's so cool, man.
Yeah.
But I saw you went to BC.
Did I
No.
go to BC?
Did you go to BC?
I think we like because it goes like the border goes like this, right? So it's like so we must have driven through it.
So cool. Did you see any comedy or did you?
So I was driving through Canmore. I saw a poster that said 2 days ago Marito Lopez was in town doing a show with, I don't know.
I think with Matt Santos.
Yeah. And
It's
I'm like,
crazy.
and that's pretty cool. And Canmore is like very close to Calgary. It's like 30 minutes.
So if we decide to do a tour, it would be like Calgary and then all the way to Jasper. That would be the last.
It could be like Calgary, Canmore, Banff. If there's, I don't know. I'm pretty sure you could do a show there, and then Jasper. But that would be Banff to Jasper is about 3.5 hours, which is not that bad if you say that. It's really easy.
Okay.
But dude, so Jasper has a Legion, right?
Yes.
And it's not just like, you think of a Legion, you think of like 2 barrels of beer and a guy with his dick out shitting in the.
I've done shows in there. It's like just a bar for people who used to be in the army.
This one is like so cool. It was like.
How did you get in?
Some legions, because the Legion of Banff, you're not allowed in. Yeah. This legion's like everyone in. And
but wait, you tried to go to a Legion?
So
since what? Are you a Legions fan?
What?
Are you a Legions fan?
What is that?
Like, Legion.
I'm not a fan of Legion.
But like, do you look for Legions when you visit? Okay.
No, never. Only because it's just there's like 4 things. So you're walking by, you're like, there's a Legion, there's a McDonald's.
Okay, because there's nothing. Okay. I thought because you're like, where are the Legions?
No. This is the 3rd Legion I've ever seen, And then, so also in our hostel, they're promoting. So the Legion isn't just for, there's like no, what's it called? What are these?
Legions.
But what is
bars?
No, the people. What are the people?
Sergeys.
Armies? The people? Yeah, the army.
Soldiers.
There's no soldiers in Jasper. It's all there's people playing Call of Duty at home. There's no. So it's all just kids, not kids, like people in their 20s working at the bar.
Yeah.
And they have like a big pool room. They have like arcades. So
wow.
So they have like a room for like kids to play and shit. And there's like a really cool like
for the child soldiers. The child veterans. They go.
He does not know their way. And then they have a showroom with a band, like a big stage with like seating and stuff. And it was like...
Yeah, we could do comedy shows there.
100%. And then we went it was jam night. So everybody in the town, they're all musically inclined. So everyone in town is just showing off their talents. So one guy's like playing guitar. There's like a group, like a young girl punk band. What? There's like an old dude playing the country dude with the most like the voice of Jelly Roll, He's like, don't break my heart.
So fun.
Oh. I was like, this is the coolest, and then like this is all coolly decorated. Oh, it was so cool. And then we went for a hike. That's it.
Man, I guess hiking is the best way to cure a hangover.
I was a big baby, man. Every day I would go for a hike, my head would be killing me. And then I started, like, Claire has these really strong, like, Tylenols. They're not Tylenol, they're called something else. We discovered them in Barcelona. So we look, and they cure my headache right. Oh, it's the best. And then, yeah. And also, like, the elevation, you're higher, right?
So you have less oxygen.
I would be, like, dizzy. I'd be like, ugh. So, but it would be fine. Like, by the time after the hike, you have a beer, you're good. Oh, so fun.
Did you find it? Like, sometimes I hear, like, when you go on hikes, there's bars or, like, taverns in the mountains.
Yeah, no, we didn't. So that's more, like, I guess, European-y?
Okay.
I don't know. This was literally just bears and, like, a cabin to piss in, It was just wild.
Like, what is the longest hike you did?
We didn't want to do too long. We did I think we did one was like 3.5 hours.
Okay, that's still 3.5 hours.
And it's not bad. Like maybe 4.
Do you see a lot of people?
On that, no.
That's cool, man.
Like
you just basically you and your wife.
Yeah, just walking. And like me doing this the whole time. Because I'm like, I would relax. But like this hike I was on. And then I'd be like, oh my God, there's a bear maybe. I'd be freaking out. But then I'd relax and then.
So basically what you're saying is that if you would prefer to encounter a bear, you prefer to encounter a man than a bear.
Yes.
Okay, what would your wife say?
I don't know. Probably a man.
Yeah.
Because she's not scared of bears, and I'm like, are you kidding me? And then I was speaking.
Yeah, your wife is delusional.
I know.
She's like she thinks she can beat you up.
I know.
She thinks she can beat up a bear.
I know a little bit. I'm actually getting quite strong. I can lift her now.
That's why you're working out. That's the only reason why you're working out. Like, I'm gonna show her
in the arm wrestle.
To beat her arm wrestling.
When I beat her, she finally agreed to marry me.
That's when her father will agree to the marriage. You need to beat my wife in arm wrestling, and then I'll marry you.
That's so funny. And then this is funny. Okay, to end off this whole thing, The last day, we agreed to meet up with Claire. Has a friend that lives in Montreal, but she's from Calgary, right? She's from Alberta. I don't know where, but she lives in Calgary. She met this dude recently, and they moved into a house like within 5 months of meeting.
Wow.
Really, really quick. Really, really nice couple. Whatever. They have small house, but really cute, quaint. They have 3 giant dogs. So the whole time you're like, and I'm like, hey, we're trying to watch TV. Oh my god, I thought I liked dogs. I don't know, like maybe 1 dog. Like 3 dogs.
3 dogs is a lot.
Insane. And I was like, they made a joke like, oh yeah. I was like, oh, where's the toilet? And they're like, oh, it's in through there. We don't have a door though. And I'm like, ha 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 ha. They didn't have a door. Oh. And I was like, they have a curtain that was slightly see-through.
Oh. You couldn't even get a blackout curtain? Poop out curtain? You know, you could buy those off Amazon. You're like, thank you for letting us stay at your house. You just buy them a blackout curtain for the bathroom door.
Oh my god.
That's crazy.
Oh, so I was like, okay, I'm only taking...
What, because they're like hippies and they're like, no, the smell is how I love my wife? Or like, why?
No.
They just can't afford a door? Or
I don't know.
They just move into that house?
They moved in January.
Dude, that's the first thing I would install. Is a bathroom door so I can poop.
Very nice people. We go. Sydney is the lady's name. She takes us on a I'm like, by this point I'm fed up with drinking. I'm like, oh my god, I'm tired. I'm tired of hiking. I'm tired of drinking. She takes us on like this brewery tour of Calgary. They live in the barley belt, is what it's called.
Barley. Okay.
So I'm like, oh cool. And
so that's like the beer mile.
Yeah.
The Canadian is barley belt. Yeah.
And she takes all these cool places. Everyone's so friendly. I'm talking to everybody. Everyone's like, hello, hi. I'm like, yes. What was the point of the story? Oh yeah, I had one of the best pizzas I've ever eaten in my entire life. Listen to this pizza. It's a pizza.
Yes.
With cheese and tomato sauce.
Ooh.
Honey.
Oh.
Pickles.
Pickles. Honey and pickles.
I didn't believe it. I ate it. I had another one. I was like, oh, it was unfreaking.
Is it like spicy honey?
Spicy honey.
With pickles.
I was like,
isn't there like an overdose of sweetness? Or I guess it cancels out?
I think the sweetness cancels it out with the sourness.
Yeah.
And then the spiciness, I don't know. It was my favorite thing I've ever eaten in my life.
Really?
Oh. I had a hot dog too. Oh. I don't know. But anyway, it was fun. Calgary was cool. Then the next time we went for like breakfast, they were showing us around. You know what it reminded me of? It was like you know, like in Detroit, you know, there's like steel and there's men and there's a car guy working, and then there's like weed shops everywhere.
And there's like
it was like that. Where's a real town here? And yeah, and I was there for like 3 hours, 4 hours, and that's it. Yeah.
Wow.
And that's my
Dude,
trip.
What a man.
Let's go. Maybe not back to Calgary. I would like to go back to Jasper.
You make me want to go on vacation.
I know.
Honestly, dude,
I shot it all. I'm coming.
I can't wait to watch it. I can't wait to watch this video. Watching your stories made me realize I need a vacation. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, okay, I can't. Time-wise, forget money-wise. I can't afford time-wise. So I just went to a tanning salon. I'm like, I need 10 minutes.
Yeah, the sun.
To.
Yeah.
Just. I was lying on the tanning bed.
Yeah. And
I'm just imagining. I was like trying to remember when I was in Greece.
Yeah.
In one of those islands, just getting the.
You should get like an Oculus. I'll lend you it. In there.
In the tanning salon.
Around,
just
you're like.
Have a nice. That's the neck. You know, like. The tan, now people make jokes about when you wear sunglasses and you have like, you have sunglasses like tan. Now it's the bigger. It's the Oculus tan.
The Octan.
The Octan.
How was your birthday show?
Oh, it was amazing.
Yeah, it looked really good.
It was so fun. It was so packed. Thanks to everyone who came. Thanks to the hot Moroccan girls who came. Thanks to Sophie, who's also hot. Thanks to Laura, who's also hot. A lot of girls
really
came to the show. So,
yeah.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was such a fun show. Such a fun show. I got like some pastries from Cafe Evie.
Oh, nice.
Dude, listen to this. So I get a message from a girl who listens to the podcast, who came, I think, to a Club Atwater show once or twice, who bought a ticket. I don't know. And she's like, oh, I sent you a present. I'm like, okay. She's like, are you at the hotel yet? I'm like, yeah. She's like, okay, just, something's coming by DoorDash.
Okay, that's cool.
So I go upstairs, and there's a big bag, and I open the bag, and on the box it says, to the best comedian ever.
Aww.
And it was a cake.
What?
And it was a cake. It was a big tiramisu ice cream cake.
That's so cool.
I'm like, never met her.
Oh.
Blown away. That's so sweet.
Wow.
Do I have a stalker? Am I that big?
That's really cool.
I need to start charging more. I'm like, if I have stalkers,
So cool.
that is the sweetest thing ever.
Oh.
Guys, if you're listening to this podcast, if you haven't sent me a cake yet,
Yeah.
what are you waiting for?
Dude, that's really
Oh my
nice.
god, I know, dude. Imagine.
Was Cafe Evie jealous?
No,
Like
they
you gotta eat that at home.
Dude, I ate like there was still. I ate like a slice. Someone else ate a slice.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, what am I gonna do with this?
Oh.
I took it home,
Yeah.
and then I ate another slice at home, 2 slices.
Mhm.
I'm like, I'm gonna.
Dude.
I can't eat a. Dude, it was gigantic. It was like
Tiramisu rules.
this big. So I threw it out. I'm like, I need to be healthy.
Oh, damn.
Sorry. Oh yeah, so I should have thought of you and kept.
Not even, no. That would have been like so old and like.
No, it was in the freezer
filled-
because it's ice cream.
No, it's fine. But yeah, I used to be like, tiramisu, boring, overrated, and I had it recently.
So
My
good.
brother made it, and I ate 2.
He made tiramisu.
He made 2 different tiramisus, and I ate them both. And I
Fresh
was-
with cream, fresh like with
everything
creme.
fresh. He made it fresh, brought it to my
Oh.
house. What he did, he just likes baking it, taking
Oh.
a piece, and then not eating the rest.
That's why he doesn't get fat. He likes the
He's not
process.
that skinny.
Your brother? No, he's lean.
Yeah.
Well, now you're leaner than him,
No,
so
no,
you can
no.
judge him.
I think we're about the same now.
You're like, look at this. I have hair and I'm sexy, and you're balding.
He's like balding. I think I'm more bald than him now.
No, listen. There's nothing I can say that can top your Alberta story. So,
Oh.
how long have you been recording?
What does it say there?
52 minutes.
Oh, really? Jeez. I thought
Yeah.
we were going longer than that.
So yeah, what have I done? Honestly, just a lot of comedy.
Yeah.
I have a lot of things to say, but I forgot all about them because I'm just imagining you in Alberta right now, going, "Man, I need to go." I
Oh.
really think everyone has a cycle. I found like where you're like, "I need to disconnect."
Yeah.
It's when did you come back from Berlin?
Oh.
Well, from
sometime
London.
July, wasn't it?
July. So for
I'm
you,
guessing.
it's let's say August, September. Every 2 months and a half, I guess you need a vacation or something.
It's not a vacation. I'm also like very.
You need to
conscious.
disconnect.
I need to like shoot stuff. I'm very like okay. Like
what else?
I was fantasizing. I'm like, oh man, I just want to go on a train and just get on a train. I'm like, okay, you know what I'm gonna do? If I want to go back to Jasper, I'm gonna take the train to Jasper. I looked up how long.
Yeah.
It's 77 consecutive hours on a train to get to Jasper.
Wow.
It's
So
not,
it's like a week.
It's like you're on the train. It's not like they don't take account of the time when you get off. It's like you need to be on a train for 77 hours, and I'm like, that is crazy to me. Like that's how far or how trains are. What is it?
It's
that
not.
is-
It's far, dude. You understand? You're going to London basically by train.
No. You're going Montreal to Toronto is the distance from the north to London.
No, from Montreal to London. The distance-wise, it's approximately
Yeah.
Montreal to Jasper.
Oh, you're right.
So you're going that distance.
Wow.
Because of what? 7 hours by plane?
No, it's actually 5.
5.
It's 5 there and then 4 here.
Oh, yeah,
what's up with the air?
Because they. I think it's because of the rotation of the Earth. When you're going that way, you're going against the rotation,
okay.
and when you're coming back, you're coming with. So you're going against when you come back. So it's like me.
It's like harder.
But when you go there, you're going like this. So this is Earth. This is you go me. And when you come back, you're like me.
Dude. Okay. If we have if we don't have anything else to talk about, like so on the airplane at the time, right? It's Halloween time. I saw all the movies I wanted to watch on the airplane. I saw the most up movies I've ever seen, and I'm like, I never get to watch movies because Claire wants to watch like the great
Love UK.
shit like that, which I'm into too. I like that. But so I'm watching this movie called Speak No Evil.
Ooh.
I mean, if you're not gonna watch it, I'm just gonna ruin it for everybody.
Yeah, go ahead, ruin it.
So it's about like, oh, dude, I hope nobody here is gonna. Actually, who cares? But this is one of the most screwed up movies I've ever seen. It's about like a couple with guys. Skip ahead to the end of the podcast because this is
Don't skip.
Well, like if you
Spoiler alert.
Yeah,
We're spoiling.
exactly,
alerting.
spoiler. It's like a couple that have like this little kid and they go to Italy and they meet like this other couple. This is like me and Claire basically. Like we're like, oh, we met this dude in Italy. He was so cool. Oh, they're so charming. This other couple. We're gonna be best friends. So they become best friends with this couple. They get along so well. They come home a few weeks or like a few months pass. They get a postcard from that same couple being like, hey, we live in like not too far. Come over. We live like we have this beautiful house in the woods with like
Seems like a
guest room.
beautiful Hallmark kind movie.
Yeah, and they're like,
Nothing can go wrong.
And then the wife has anxiety, a little like me. Like she gets like panic attacks sometimes. She's very apprehensive. And also, my inclination would be like, no, I'm not gonna go. We don't know them.
Except you're drunk or on camera.
Yeah.
Sergey, let's hang out. Pilot, dude, here's my phone number, my social security, my passport. Yeah.
And so they go and they're having a good time. They slowly like they're weirder. Obviously, it's a horror movie, so you were like, okay, well, something's gonna switch at a certain point. So they just they get like odder and odder. They're like kind of odd. It's very kind of quirky. They're kind of like very sexual with each other.
So it's a comedy. It's funny.
It is a little funny. It's actually pretty funny at certain points, and then at the end of the Jake Paul and Logan Paul.
So cute.
So at the end of the movie, the whole thing is like do they get creepier and creepier? They get creepier. They get more aggressive, but that's nothing too crazy. You're like, okay, they're just a little odd. They're from Poland and they're from that Denmark.
Okay.
So I think the people that we're following are Dutch. So they're very like, reserved, quiet, implicit.
Stoic.
But the people they meet, they're from Lithuania or somewhere, like a very more aggressive kind of like culture.
Yeah.
So like, okay, they're just a different culture. They're more aggressive, a little weirder. We're just not used to their customs. Eventually, it gets to a certain point where like they're actually very odd. So like, okay, we need to leave right now because they do like a few creepy things. They're like uncomfortable. They leave during the night, but the kid forgot her bunny rabbit. And then the kid's crying.
Like a teddy bear?
A teddy bear. And we're like, who cares? Like, it's a suit. So the dad turns
I would
around.
leave the child.
Yeah. I was like, you kidding me? This is like, would be the perfect ending to the movie. And then he comes back for the bear. The people, they're like, oh, you left during the night while I was saying goodbye.
Yeah.
What's the matter? Like, they explain to them what happened. They're like, apparently they got like drunk and the guy was driving too fast and they were playing music too loud. And they were explaining it back to them and they made him seem a little overreactive. So they stayed another day.
Oh.
And you're like, oh. And then they get like really, 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 really creepy. And then he goes, so they're like having sex, like the couple. And then like he sees like the guy watching them and he's like kind of like, okay, that's weird. And he goes downstairs. He finds like.
So wait, you don't? It's creepy that the guy is watching.
Yeah, it's creepy.
I'm so sorry. Then I
it's a little creepy.
I know exactly where you're in this.
He goes to downstairs some cabin. There's all these photos.
Wait. So he sees and what does he? So he's banging his wife.
The guy's like, oh, that's weird. Like he what? I know, but they're so implicit, right? That they're so like they're letting all these things happen to them.
You know that the theory that says like black people would never. Like if every horror movie had black people, would be like, and then they would leave. 100%. That's the same.
Would apply immediately. They would immediately.
Like,
have you ever seen the movie Nope?
Yes.
No. Get Out.
Yes.
It's that's that, right? They're like, I gotta get the.
I gotta get right away.
I gotta get the.
Right away.
Which is amazing. I really like that movie too. But he finds like all these pictures of like other couples and other kids and. And it's like, oh, that's weird. And then they're like, at this.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, he was like, honey. Then he finds like.
Keeps fucking his wife.
It is little like.
Oh, that's odd.
So they leave. They finally leave, right? They're like, they go, and then during the night, and then they're driving, and the wife's like confused, like, why are we leaving? Whatever.
She's still confused.
She's still confused.
The guy was watching.
So stupid.
Banged.
I don't think she didn't see all that. He was keeping a lot of things from her because she had anxiety. She didn't want her to find out.
Yes.
You know. So they get stuck in the road, and he goes to call for help. But while they're there, she calls the people to come pick them up. And it's like, what the? And then they go to like this abandoned quarry the whole time. Like, where are we taking us? And there's this guy that they take the daughter, and they cut her tongue out in the car in front of them, just like.
They're like, oh. Keep doing it.
Well, at this point they're freaking out, and they're like, why are you doing this to us? Why are you torturing us? And he's like, because you let us. And then they're like, take off your clothes. And they do it. They take off their clothes. Nice. And then they go down into the quarry. Oh. And then they're like sitting there. They could have ran the whole time.
And the daughter's tongue is cut?
Someone else kidnapped the daughter. They're serial killers. And they take the daughter. They take kids and they lure kids. I don't know. Then they stone them to death at the end.
Stone them?
They take.
Oh, that's an odd Muslim ending.
Oh. It's the way I describe it is very wonky, but it's like the most saddest ending. And the whole time they could have ran. They could have.
Well, why is this called Speak No Evil?
Because the son has no tongue. Also,
wait, there's a son.
There's a son. The son that belonged to the couple.
Which couple?
The evil couple.
Oh, the evil couple. So they want the girl to have the same condition as the.
So they also killed their son, and he found the son like drowned, like the guy, and that's why he left. I forgot to mention that.
Dude, that is.
It was such a dark ass movie. Anyway, that's.
Usually you explain movies way better.
I know it's really bad. I just watched it yesterday, so I didn't have time to formulate my thoughts.
So that's why it's called Speak No Evil, because they cut the tongues.
Damn.
That's
I should explain another horror movie I saw. Anyway, that one.
That's an odd.
Too late.
So the moral of the story is don't get married.
Don't hang out with. Just don't meet up with.
Dude, that's all you do. I don't know if you listen to the first hour of this podcast. Is you hanging out with people?
I'm not gonna go to their house.
No, but you're gonna go to a bar in a mall, closed mall, where there's no one.
There was hundreds of people.
No, okay.
It's 20 people.
That's 20 people.
Anyway, good ass movie, really horrible.
So you recommend it?
Nah, it
No.
made me really sick. Then I saw another movie that made me even sicker. Oh, why am I doing
I just
this to-
imagine in the plane going
I was. Oh, there's a movie where like
drinking.
the ending was like they thought they were gonna die, so he killed his whole family, and then he goes out and they were rescued, so he killed his family for no reason. I'm like,
wow.
what the hell?
Well, it's horror season coming.
Yeah, it's now.
Yeah. So listen, a listener recommended that we should record our Halloween episode in like a place where it's not supposed to be. So like maybe you can go to like a place, I don't know, a mall after dark or whatever.
Oh, we did the not the funeral. We did the cemetery last year.
We did
remember?
cemetery last year,
That was
but
good.
and we got locked there.
Got locked in. That was spooky.
That was funny.
The weather was so different last year. It was freezing right now. Now it's like
Global warming, man, is
Yeah.
accelerating at a pace that kind of worries me.
not in Jasper. Oh wait, there was a fire there though.
Yeah.
But
Isn't crazy? It's true. It's like what are you? We're
20th.
20th? It's 23 degrees outside.
22nd, yeah. It's a
We were
beautiful day.
sweating.
Yeah, I'm drenched.
Okay, what time is it now? All right, I think we should stop now.
Yeah,
and
we're
we can
done.
remove everything.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, listen. Thank you so much for listening to this cool podcast.
That was a fun.
Come Friday, October 25th,
Yep.
we're at Club at Water. Oh, and use discount code ATWATER, capital letters, to save $5 off your ticket. We have a comic from Ottawa. We have a comic from Toronto. We have Wasim closing. We have
nice.
Paul Baluyat. It's going to be a bananas good show. So, guys, come to the show. Come have fun with us. And every Tuesday, come to the Pay What You Can comedy show, guys. The Good Night Comedy Show. We're doing great. It's going fun. We love you guys. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye, Sergey.
Bye. Bye, Sergey.
Bye, Eugene. I love you.
Bye, Ben Shaw.
His ass bleach brighter than heaven. Amer's been on a watch list since 9.